Haha! It's one of these. I'm not quite sure which one. So I got my haul in from last month's little shopping thingy. I know what this is. This is my Focusrite interface that's been returned from Focusrite after they said they repaired it. So I'm not sure exactly what's going down there, but that's not the focus of this video. The focus of the video is probably in one of these packages. This seems too light.
It's just a static electricity. It's us moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need.
Boxed up. So this is it right there. Yes, CRKT Snap Lock. Unbox Therapy's knife. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, you sir, CRKT boxes. I like a knife with a good box. What's this come with? This comes with a pretty awesome lanyard. That is awesome. That is awesome, guys. I love little accessory tidbits. And then what do you get in this bag? You get Unbox Therapy's unboxing knife. Haha! So I have no idea how to use this remotely. A little stiff. I don't know. It'll take me a little bit of time to get used to this. Definitely will take me time to get used to this. There we go. So this is definitely a conversation piece, and the knife will get a lot looser, I guess, with use, I hope. But yeah, it's an interesting little knife there. It is a Van Hoy design with 5102N. That's not the steel. I know the steel. This steel is a 420J, and in all honesty, I think 420J is like the shittiest knife blade you could get. And honestly, this knife is like gimmicky as all hell. And it's a gimmicky knife, guys. It's a gimmick knife that honestly, as a knife user, I would never carry this, or I wouldn't rely on this for jack crap. But Unbox Therapy has been using this for years, and he loves it, I guess, because this is a go-to unboxing knife. Now I can see why this would be his go-to unboxing knife, because honestly, this shit is just super gimmicky. Like, damn you, Unbox Therapy, you made me get one of these. But yeah, that is interesting knife. Now I'm gonna have a review of this knife on my Cali Gear Guy channel. I will have a link below to kind of show you what that is. I did get some other stuff in though. I did. Let me go ahead and put all this stuff away. Yeah, look at that. It's falling out. The lanyard is falling out. Oh, okay. This is cool. So you could wear it as a necklace, and I can see why this would be a pretty cool thing, because it's so freaking unique. That whole snap lock, open sideways thing. This is a unique ass knife. Now this was from Blade HQ. This one does not come with a lanyard. It just comes with the blade itself, and it's pretty much the same concept, except I think it's much easier because it has one of these suckers. Yes. So it has this little thumb rail. Oh my gosh, that is so much smoother. That is a lot smoother, and then you could really choke up on it. And again, as a knife, this is much smaller, but I think more usable. The lock could snap both ways. This has a little carabiner inside here. It locks, so now you can't open it. Although this is pretty flimsy. Pretty flimsy. But hey, it also locks in the open position as well, so that's pretty cool. 51. So I guess this is the model number and not the knife steel, because I know this knife steel as well. The pterodactyl, whatever the hell this is. This knife steel is also the really shitty 420J2. So like I said, these knives are totally for collecting reasons and whatnot. But on top of that, guys, The Unbox Therapy's knife, the whatever, the snap lock, whatever. That knife, guys, is not it's not discontinued anymore. So don't overpay for it. It's very big because when I first looked into it, it was discontinued. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna buy it. The knife is not worth anything above like 30. Honestly, I think it's worth like $10. And the knife steel is not that great. It's not ideal for. I mean, it won't stay sharp again. But like I said, the best knife you have is the best kind of knife. It's the knife you have on ya. So if that's the only knife you have on you, then that's fine. Guys, knives will be in the knife review section. If you guys are into knives, like I have a pretty huge collection. Yes, and that's only a partial collection. But if you guys know, I love my knives. I love my guns. I did have a gun channel, but it's just the problem with guns in California is that I don't want to just tabletop. I don't want to just tabletop. That's not what I want to do. I want to be able to actually use my guns and show you how it feels and how it recoils, and you see it in my hands. And we decided to go camping. Yeah. So the Unbox Therapy's knife, I'm not gonna take that because, like I said, that's kind of a useless knife. But here's the thing: I woke up in the morning and I was kind of lazy. My back hurts. I didn't want to go out for a jog. And like mid-afternoon, I decided, forget it, let's go in for a jog. I did that in like 90-degree weather. So I came back, and since we're going camping, I had to get everything ready. So I got the sleeping bags, the tents, and I mean, I was preparing what knife I should take. I'm gonna take this Gonzo knife for the sake of just a review, so I could actually review this while I use it. And this looks like a really good blade. I'm just gonna have a folder with me, which I don't really prefer. I prefer a nice fixed blade when I'm actually out camping. But this one, and I used to hate this color. It looks so ugly. But actually for camping purposes, it makes total sense. I drop it, I won't lose it. Alright guys, so I'm getting ready to go camping. I'm taking care of all this stuff. It's pretty much time for almost bed. It's around 10:30 p.m. right now. And a couple of things I need to do is I need to get all my flashlights charged because this is going to be our only lights, which I don't think it's going to be adequate at all. But hopefully we'll make it through with the campfire and all that. I am also taking the cat work light as well, which honestly I still don't think it's enough light. And a whole bunch of these little battery packs, the solar battery packs. So I'm getting everything ready. But kind of one of the most important things that you have to do is, like I said, prepare for a trip. And this knife is not as sharp as I want it to be. I know it's a cheap steel, so it's going to sharpen fairly quickly. But I'm just going to get it on my little stone right here. And this is just a regular old king stone that I've been using. And I think this is like the perfect grit, in my opinion, to kind of really put a good edge on it. So, yeah, my desk is a mess right now, guys. Just understand that it's because I'm trying to prepare for this. But I'm just so this is how I sharpen my knife, guys. If you guys don't know how to sharpen with water stones, or just don't have enough experience with it, really, it doesn't take much. It's trial and error, guys. I mean, the first couple times it might take you a while, but I'm getting a slurry going here. It's just that what I usually like to do is I like to actually drench my stones in water for at least 5 minutes before I even start working on them. But and I should be using actually a much coarser stone for this, because the angles of this knife blade is not exactly where I want it, but so you see this slurry right here? This is what you want to use. This will help shave off that steel. All right, guys, that was one of the most painful knife sharpening sessions I've had. I totally redid the edge right here. So I started what 10:30. It's now 12. It's now midnight. So that's about how long it took me to grind off this edge. It's not the prettiest thing. It's definitely not the prettiest, and I was kind of rushed because I got other things to do. I have to say I did better on this side. Huh, that's interesting. I would think that it would come out better on this side. This is my dominant hand. But anyways, the only thing left is to dry off the blade, be pretty sharp. And when I say sharp, it just means sharp enough to cut the hairs off my arms. So now the blade is pretty well polished. It was actually really shiny to begin with anyways because I went over it with a 4,000 grit whetstone. And that 4,000 grit stone is what makes the edge so shiny. I'm not sure if I can get... There we go. Maybe if I did that, I'll have a better focus. There we go. So what gives it that mirror shine is the 4,000 grit stone is what gives it that mirror shine. And then stropping it just makes it, just cleans everything up. So these are the results so far. Okay, I went over with the 100 grit stone, and I was able to get some really rough cuts in. Like it's not, I mean, it was more like tear cuts than anything else. So it's kind of like that. That's with the 100 grit. And then I went over to 1,000 grit, and then it was, so these three are from the 1,000 grit. These are the 100 grit that it didn't even cut. And before it was not able to cut at all. This is after 1,000 grit, so you can see that it does tear even after 1,000 grit. But then once I kind of touched it up with 1,000 grit, it did cut really well. There was one little knot in one of the blades, so I went and cleaned that up. But with 1,000 grit, and then I went over it with 4,000 grit. This is so pretty now. I went over with 4,000, and then I stropped it, and this is the end result, guys. I don't know. I've never done this. This is the first time cutting paper, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like butter. Yeah, it just, yeah. There's like no resistance whatsoever. Like, it's an extremely clean cut. So again, I'm gonna show you this. If you look there, so where it comes up, that's all freehanded. So before I did this with my knife, and this is probably the hardest part, but I mean, if you keep a steady angle, you can get this really nice bevel, I guess you could say. It's really good shine. And this cheap knife is now incredibly serviceable. This is going to be my main knife when I go camping. Yeah, look at that. It says 440 steel, USA design, handcrafted in China. So it's still 440. No wonder it was so hard to put a new bevel on it. 440 is kind of a tough steel. Dang. Yeah, I mean, I was going at it with 1,000 grit, and it was not getting down to the point where I would have a burr. And I was like, dude, I'm going at it. This is like a pocket knife steel. So it is brittle, guys. It'll stay sharp, definitely, but the thing is, it's brittle. So you saw that, oh, you didn't see it, but there was a chip here, and that was probably for me throwing this thing on the ground, like after chopping down like a branch, and I was tired. There you go. So that is it, guys. That is it. If you like the shiny little ends, um, here's the thing: there are systems out there like the Apex sharpener and all that, and there are people that think there's some freaking pros clamping a knife onto a machine and getting a fixed angle. You just match the angle and just pushing the. I mean, there is a learning curve, right? You can still screw up your blade, but here's the thing: if I'm camping and I don't have that Apex machine to sharpen my knife, if there's a smooth rock, guys, you could sharpen your knife on that smooth rock. I know what angle to set it on. I've sharpened enough knives to the point where I could get a usable edge very quickly because I freehand sharpen on a whetstone. For those guys that use the Apex little sharpener, yes, it comes out perfect. The edge comes out exactly like this. I've seen their work. Um, I mean, anytime you go over it with like a 4,000, 5,000 to 8,000 grit stone, it's gonna turn into some very shiny, shiny edge. It's not a big deal. It's not something that only you could do. But knowing your angles and knowing how to freehand sharpen, it matters because say I go out and like I hit a really hard wood with this and then it dulls the edge. Uh, well, shoot, I can just find a piece of rock or a concrete or like a water stone and I can sharpen my knife right back up on it because I know how to freehand. I know how to freehand this, right? So I know how to push the knife. I know where to give it pressure. I've practiced. I know how to do it, so I won't have to worry about it. And that's what I'm saying, guys. So if you're in the market for knife sharpening, don't go for the gimmicks. Don't go for the freaking $500, $300 machines. I know Lansky's cheaper, but again, it won't teach you how to sharpen a knife out there when you need it. So that's all I want to say. I'm so happy I got this blade to where I want it to be. That is it, folks. Thank you for watching. I'm going to head out tomorrow morning. As soon as I wake up, I'm going to head out. I have a lot of my stuff packed. So I do have my pack here ready to go. I actually have 2 North Face backpacks. I gave one to my wife. She's all packed up and ready to go back there. So that's it. Guys, have a great night, great day, great whenever you're watching this. Remember, live well, laugh more.